Hey guys, Joyful Gamer here, and today we are doing part 1 of a new what if idea, which I actually got inspired by someone called Insane Monster. If you guys don't know who he is, just search it up on YouTube, and his what ifs are really cool, man. Like, bro, they are really cool, and I got inspired by it. And also, I kind of want to put like a bit of my own spin on it. So, yes, if you guys do know who he is, that's awesome. If you don't, well, I do recommend go watch him because it's really go watch his what ifs because they're really cool. But, anyways, I digress. So, first we start off of what happened at Devil May Cry 5. So, after Dante and Vergil go down, and yes, Izuku saves the world from pretty much from the devils and everything. So pretty much, Dante and Vergil just talk. With pretty much Dante saying, "You know, Vergil, if you keep acting like this, you won't be able to meet your grandkids soon." With of course, Vergil just getting annoyed saying, "Shut up, Dante. It's getting quite annoying already." I'm sadly not gonna be able to do an edgy voice because my voice is not made for that type of voice. But either way, I digress. So, pretty much, of course, the same as canon, Dante and Vergil fight. But to be honest, I kind of wanted to do like another Yamato. So, in a way, yes. Let's just say that Dante was able to make weapons. Just cause I can do that. It's my what if. But either way, I digress. Of course, that's for later though. But then, of course, we go to when Dante and Vergil go and find a devil. And this devil, of course, was spying on them. Of course, not these devils were different. These like the devils from Devil May Cry. These are not the devils from Devil May Cry. These are much more different. They had more intelligence, more average intelligence than devils from Devil May Cry. The ones that like the weaker enemies, kind of like that. Yeah. So pretty much, there's like these higher devils have more intelligence, like superior intelligence. But then, of course, Dante and Vergil stop the devil from leaving or from escaping anyway. With then Dante just pointing the gun at him, saying, "So, here, you have a few choices, my friend. You can, I can let these little beauties," and pretty much just showing his guns. I forgot their names, but I am sorry. But pretty much, showing the guns and saying, "These two can make the talking, and you won't have to say anything." And pretty much before you die, a more painful death. But my brother here is the one that makes your life even worse than hell. So, what do you say? With the devil pretty much, of course, knowing that he's still gonna die either way, no matter what, so he just says, "You damn, you damn immortals. You think you can stop us? We're not gonna be able to, we may not be able to control your world, but that doesn't mean we can control others. We won't stop trying to go to yours, but we will try to stop. We will try and control others. We will try taking over multiple realities, the multiverse, and everything will be ours." With, of course, the demon just making a crazy laugh, like those psychotic people do. With, of course, Dante. I lit my brain fried there for a second. It took a second, but pretty much Dante. It pretty much Dante just shot him in the face, instantly just killing him, and he says, The guy is really noisy and annoying. With that, then we go to where sorry, redo, a little bit of a redo. Sorry. Of course, we do a little bit of skip to when Dante and Vergil go to that little camp that the devil was talking about. Of course, I did a big skip on the dialogue because just to make it short. But then, of course, Dante and Vergil seeing that there's so many devils and this weird thing that this weird machine that was showing them something like a portal. And Dante says, "Hey, Vergil, isn't this one of your portals?" Dante saying, "No, Dante, it's much more different. It seems like they're going to a different reality, like the demon said. But what is the reality? And these devils, they're more different from the ones we fought. Or fight, more like it. Not all of them, but some." With then Dante saying, probably, but who cares? Demons are demons, right? Why don't we just go down there and destroy their little plan and go home and see Zuki, because he might be going to school soon. What was the place called again that he wanted to go to? What was it? Oh God! Instantly, of course, Virgil, with of course Dante being distracted, goes down there and tries to sneak to the portal, to the device, with Dante pretty much just still thinking, saying, "Come on, I had it in my head. It was right there. It was right there. I had it. Come on. What is it? What is it? What is it?" Within pretty much, of course, Virgil was about to turn off the machine with instantly of Dante saying, "That's it! UA!" Of course, he yelled out with other devils kind of hearing his answer, with Dante just looking down and says, "Oops, I said that too loud, didn't I?" With, of course, the demons were attacking him, with Dante, of course, the fighting those demons with everything in his disposal, like with the hat. If you're hearing a car or like a vehicle in the background, just ignore it. With, of course, everything in his disposal, pretty much the rocket launchers, I forgot their names, please don't hate me, but pretty much the hat, the shotgun, and also the pistols. And of course the sword, the other weapons. So pretty much, and also with Virgil, the same as him. With Virgil saying, "Oh, damn it, Dante, why do you have to be so loud?" Dante saying, "I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention." With Virgil saying, "You always say that as an excuse." With Dante saying, "Well, sorry, Mr. Perfect. Look," and pretty much, of course, them fighting and having a conversation looked pretty much easy, but in a way, it's really difficult. With then, of course, Dante saying, "Look, I'll close the portal, and of course, you, of course, you can take care of them, right?" With of course, Virgil saying, "Of course. How do you think I survived all this time?" Dante saying, "Ooh, I hit it. Did I hit a soft spot?" With Virgil saying, "No, you didn't. Now get out of here. Go. Hurry. This is getting annoying." With then, of course, instantly, Dante goes and then, of course, goes to the portal. And then, let's just say he found some materials there that looked convenient. And yes, this is just happened, okay? Just leave it as it is. Don't question it, please, because can't think of something for it. Let's just say it's conveniently placed, like equipment to make weapons, you know. But yes, I digress. Of course, then we skip to when slightly skip to when, of course, Dante turns off the machine. But he doesn't know that he left the power on, and it's kind of overloading. And yes, there's power in hell, mostly powered by the damned, and also, of course, souls. So yes. Anyways, I digress. With then, of course, we see that the portal is becoming more unstable. With then, instantly, Dante saying, "Vergil, I need a little help!" Pretty much yelling at Vergil. Vergil, seeing that the portal is pretty much, really unstable, and he just groans, saying, "Ugh. Damn it, Dante, what did you do?" With Dante saying, "I turned it off! I made it to stop working." With instantly, Vergil sees a lever called, with literally saying, "Powered the damned." Powered by the damned. With, of course, Vergil just seeing that, then looking at Dante with Dante saying, "Oh, I had to disconnect that. Understood. Okay, got it." And of course, instantly he takes out his legendary Dante sword. Yes, it's called the legendary Dante sword, or whatever you want to call it. I just call it the. I just want to call it the Dante sword, or whatever, just sword, so it to be simple. But I digress. Of course, we continue with Dante disconnecting it, but still, because of too much power being built up, and let's just say that's how it works, please. Which then instantly, the only thing that Vergil thinks he can do to actually make it more stable is to actually use the Yamato. Instantly, Vergil is able to do like 4 slashes. Instantly, the 4 slashes were meant, what he thought would work, pretty much were like to contain it. In a way, it kind of did, but not completely. With instantly, the portal that was unstable was actually kind of absorbing it, but also being contained by it. You know what I mean? It became more stable, what it's trying to say. Not what I'm trying to say, but not completely. With instantly, Dante and Vergil. Oh, sorry, Dante was being absorbed by it because the power, because being added by the Yamato, however you want to say it. I say Yamato. Okay, I say Yamato. Pretty much because of the Yamato, instantly the portal started like pretty much trying to absorb anything in its vicinity. And then of course, Dante gets absorbed because, of course, it says, what if Asta was the son of Dante? So, yes. Either way, I digress. With then, of course, Dante appearing in a patch of green in in a forest. But the thing that confuses him the most is that the portal that used to be there is gone. But then he sees something shining because of the reflection of the sun. And let's just say because of this, it kind of turned the energy of the Yamato turned into a crystal. Yes, I'm turning the energy of the Yamato into a crystal, okay? I got the idea from like Star Wars. Not completely, but you get the idea. So, I digress. Y'all might be confused by it, but yes, you'll see later. With, of course, Dante walking through the forest because he's lost. Instantly, he sees a town, and he thinks it looks nice. So of course he goes through the town, and people are staring at him because he has weird clothing, and he doesn't know who he is, so people don't trust him very well. Of course, Dante just goes and just sees it and looks around, and of course he goes to the edge of the town, like far on the edge of the town, near the forest, you can say. And that's when Dante sees a house, like a pretty small house, and that's when he sees a woman pretty much trying to uh, put down some of the wood on the house. And wait, I need to remember something quickly. Okay, so pretty much I searched up the name for Asta's mom, and it said Risita. I don't know how to pronounce it well. So if it's Richita or Risita, I don't know how to say it. I am sorry. I'm just gonna say Richter. Richter is gonna be, for me, this is just how I'm gonna pronounce it. So please don't hate me if I pronounce it wrong. I'm sorry. So yeah. But anyway, of course, Dante pretty much sees someone like building the top of the house. With, of course, him seeing that there's a lot of empty space of the house. With Dante saying, "Hey, do you need help?" With then the Rikta, or the woman, pretty much just is shocked and surprised. And because of this, she kind of loses balance. And then she was about to fall, but instantly, then Dante catches her. With him saying, "Whew, that was close. Are you okay?" With, of course, Rikta just says, "What? How are you?" With Dante confusing, What? Are you. Did the fall shock you, or did I accident? Or is it because I scared you? Because if it's because I scared you, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Well, then instantly, Rikta saying, "No, no, no, no." Even though you did kind of surprise me, it's just that. How are you still alive? With instantly, Dante kind of raises an eyebrow because he's confused of what she means, saying, "Huh?" That's the only thing he can respond with Richter saying, "Oh, sorry. Let me explain." And pretty much she explains her predicament about how she can take away life force. And of course, because Dante is part devil, this kind of doesn't affect her. So yeah, with Dante just saying, "Well, you can say I'm kind of special." That's it. Of course, oh wait, sorry. With then, of course, Dante just, of course, like I said before, he's just answered her with, "You can say I'm kind of special. Nothing more, nothing less." With then, of course, Rita saying, "Oh." And of course, she kind of blushes because she kind of did get embarrassed by being saved. And she's, of course, not used to being able to talk to anyone mostly because about her taking, life essence, kind of like that. With then, of course, time, and by the way, time passes. And of course, Dante kind of becomes a bit of a, what was it called? What was the name? Wait, sorry. Kind of like a bounty hunter. Yes. I guess that's the best word. Yeah, it's kind of like a bounty hunter, but also does like jobs. So yes. Like job requests, kind of like that. With, of course, he uses the money to like help rebuild and also like get some stuff, get some like things. He also uses the money to also go to a blacksmith. I actually got this idea from like Insane Monster, so yes. So pretty much go to a blacksmith and he puts these runes in it. But mine's gonna be a bit different, but instead of a jar, it's gonna be actually put in a necklace. These two little necklaces that uh, of course, Dante made. He just thought that they might feel comfortable. These little necklaces, it's because he kind of wanted to continue the tradition of, like how Dante and Vergil had necklaces. Dante actually wanted to continue the tradition is that if he had children, he would just continue the necklace with two. But for now, they were just like these little trinkets since Dante is not dead. So pretty much, yes. Instantly, of course, Dante is also able to make his own guns. Yes, he actually made himself guns. But he rarely does them for anyone else. He mostly just does it for mostly himself, and also he actually showed Richter how to shoot one. Let me just give you a bit of a flashback. So, Dante says, Richter, come here. Let me show you. With Richter, of course, having like a basket filled with their food, of course, Richter says, Dante, so what is it? With Dante pretty much pulling out his gun, one of the pistols, pretty much says, here, try this. With pretty much, of course, Richter not knowing what it is or how to use it, she pretty much holds it the worst way possible, where pretty much, you know how a curious kid can look down the barrel? Yeah. Either way, of course, Dante tells her, no, 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 no. That is not how you hold it. So pretty much he says, look, let me show you. He pretty much just kind of took the gun back and showed her the stance and how to use it, and also how to aim. Instantly, he gave her the gun back and kind of taught her the same position on trying to show her how to shoot the gun. And of course, the first time she shot it, it was loud. And she kind of yelped because of it. With Dante saying, it's okay, you'll get used to it. With Richter saying, ow, that hurt my ears. How are you used to this type of weird device? Dante just responding, it's called a pistol. And don't worry, you'll get used to it. Besides, I'm thinking of maybe making some of my own guns, so I can so you can have your own style, you know? With instantly, of course, Rick, just says, sure, why not? With, of course, they enjoy their lovely night, with flashback ending. Of course, now Rick actually knows how to use a gun, and Dante still hasn't explained about her, his, like, that he's part devil. Because he actually started kind of started to have feelings for Richter, and he was kind of scared, you know? He kind of felt fear that she was going to push him away because of what he was. But then, of course, he learned about, like, grimoires and magic about stuff in this world. Remember, it's Black Clover, remember. So there's magic. Which then instantly, of course, that this is when we do a bit of a few years time skip. When Richter is pregnant. And of course, this is when Richter already knows about the bloodline, about the devils, and about how Dante showed her his double trigger and pretty much explained everything about Sparta and about his brother. And also about his nephew, about a different reality where magic doesn't exist, sort of ish, but mostly like where quirks are mostly like, you know? With pretty much Dante explained everything to her, and she is caught up and intrigued. And of course, she kind of likes the guns, and Dante did kind of make her a gun, which, wait, let me show you. Here's the gun that, of course, Dante made for his wife, Richter. So pretty much, of course, y'all must be saying, bro, how was he able to make a gun like this? With something like that's not even advanced enough, but I think that's possible. That you're able to make a gun like this, it's possible. It's possible. With the right tools, that is, though. So, yes, the gun that I showed you is the gun that Richter has. But wait, you'll see later on. That's not the only gun that Dante made. For now, that is. With, of course, we continue with Richter is pregnant with Asta. But not just that, with his twin sister. You guys can think of a name for her if you want in the comments. The one with the most likes is the one that's gonna be the one that I'm gonna use the name for the character, and also give the person that made the name a shout out. So yes. Anyways, I digress. Let's continue. With then instantly, of course, Dante pretty much, of course, goes to these one little bounty, like a week or two. With, of course, instantly Richter goes outside. Let's say she goes out to just walk around. But then she bumps into someone. And that someone is Liebe. Yes, that is Liebe on the ground, unconscious. With, of course, Richter. By the way, I don't know if I'm using the right name or not. I think it was Lita or Lichta or something, or with an L, not Richter with an R. But anyway, I digress. It's already too late. But yeah, whatever. Of course, we continue with Richter or Lichta, whatever. Pretty much, Richter goes to Liebe, and of course, Carrie tries to take him with her to the house. The house is quite normal size. It has one bed, has a kitchen, everything you can think of. With then instantly, of course, we go to when, and of course we skip to 3 days. Yes, Liebe was unconscious for 3 days. With on the third day, Dante gets home, just in time. With Lichta just making food for herself, and she says, "Oh, Dante, you're home." With of course Dante saying, "Yup, I'm back." And then he looks at the bed and he sees Liebe. And then instantly, Dante says, "So, who's the kid?" Or the devil. With, of course, Ricta knows, pretty much now that she knows the backstory of Dante and his lineage, she pretty much says, "Don't worry, he's just a kid." Of course, Dante just sees her, just looks at her, with him just saying, "Are you sure? Because you know what I said about devils, right? They are dangerous." With, of course, Ricta says, "And? He might have a good. Not all devils are bad." With, of course, Dante saying, "True, you got me there." With, of course, he understood, like, the message behind it, because, he already explained the story of Sparta. So, yes. With then Dante saying, "Fine, we'll give him a chance. But first, I want to," and pretty much that's when he starts walking up to her saying, "I just want to know, are you okay since I was gone?" And Dante just looks at her with just kind, loving eyes, and a bit of worry in those eyes too. With, of course, Ricta understanding, and she says, "Don't worry, Dante. I'm aware of my situation. And don't worry, these two are fine. Something tells me that they're gonna be like their father." With, of course, Dante saying, "Of course, they're gonna be like their old man. Actually, I kind of made early gifts for them." With then instantly Dante going to somewhere in the room, with Licta confused, saying, "Huh? This early? But they're not even born." With then instantly Dante says, "Don't worry. He, look, this is when they become older. I have more than few gifts, but that's for when they become the rightful age, because I don't want them to be, overpowered and use their powers irresponsibly, you know?" With, of course, Richter says, "Ah, yes, I understand. So, please show me the presents." With, of course, Dante shows two wrapped gifts. With, of course, Richter confused. With pretty much, of course, uh, raising an eyebrow, saying, "Huh? What are those?" With, of course, Dante saying, "Oh, you'll be surprised. Just wait until they come of age, when they're the right age." With pretty much, of course, with of course, with of course, um, sorry, I kind of forgot my train of thinking right now. Sorry, wait. With, of course, Rick saying, "Is that all?" With Dante saying, no, I have more still. With, of course, then him showing about the 2 guns. Well, no, sorry, technically 4 that he made. Well, technically 3. Yeah, it's 3, technically. Technically 3 that he did for his kids. And he says, I'm still technically working on the 4th one. With, of course, instantly Richter goes up to him and hits him in the head, saying, with then Dante saying, "Ow! What was that for?" Well, of course, Richter saying, They're not even born yet, and even if they did, those things are too dangerous for them." With, of course, Dante saying, "Yeah, but ow, you didn't have to do that. You could have just told me. Oh, I would have just taught them how to use it, gun safety, and trained them how to use swords." Ow! Instantly, the Rector just says, "What am I gonna do with you?" Of course, while she said that, she kind of puts her hand on her face, pretty much just like, kind of like on her nose, kind of like stressed, on kind of like the forehead. You know what I mean? With then, of course, Dante saying, "That's not the last gift either." With, of course, Rector saying, "Oh, what is it? Is it gonna be something dangerous?" With Dante saying, "No, not this one. No, no, it isn't. Look, let me show you." And then he shows these 2 beautiful necklaces. One that's a ruby, like a ruby, beautiful ruby necklace that kind of looks like the same necklace that Dante has. And then another one which is an odd color for a necklace. I don't know if this is the right name for the necklace, but it's a purple one, and I think it's called an amethyst. I don't know. Please correct me in the comments. But yes, with, of course, Richter saying, "Why is one purple, if you don't mind me asking?" What's Dante saying? I don't know. I just had the feeling that one of them were gonna like purple and the other one's gonna like red. I'm just very excited and nervous of what's to come. With, of course, Richter saying, "Of course, this is gonna be a new adventure." And and she kind of rubs her showing baby bump, of course. And that's when they hear a groan. I'm saying, "Ugh, what the?" And this is when the little demon gets up and says, "Where am I? What am I?" And that's when he sees 2 people. He sees Dante and Richter. Remember, I don't know how to pronounce her name right. With instantly him standing up saying, "Who are you?" Ooh. And then instantly he stops because of the pain he feels. And he grunts in pain saying, "Ugh, ugh, what? Why am I?" And he looks down and he sees he's wrapped in bandages. And that's when Richter says, "Stop moving. You're hurt, okay? So calm down." With, of course, Lick just sits down because he doesn't know what's going on. That's when Dante just steps up saying, "Hey, kid, you should be thankful to my wife. She's the one that kind of found you out on the street unconscious." With, of course, Richter just hits him in the head again saying, "That's very rude." And, of course, Richter says, "Sorry for my husband. He's like that. Sorry." With, of course, Liebe saying, "No problem." With, of course, Richter says, "My name is Richter. I don't know." Wait, let me search something quickly. Okay, I am back. Sorry, I was trying to do something. Sorry, I was kind of busy. But anyways, I digress. With, of course, Dante introducing himself saying, "Name's Dante. Just call me Dante." With, of course, the demon saying, "Nice to meet you." Of course, he still has his guard up, but then, he, of course, Richter says, and what about you? Do you have a name? With then, of course, the demon says, and of course, he shakes his head and saying, no, I don't have a name. With, of course, Richter saying, oh, well then, why don't we give you one? With, of course, Dante saying, yeah, that doesn't sound like a bad idea. With, of course, the demon surprising, huh? With then, of course, Dante saying, don't be surprised, kid. You'll figure out soon. You'll figure it out soon. Within instantly, of course, Dante just says, just pretty much goes to a thinking pose and says, what type of name should we give you? But then instantly, Richter says, what about Liebe? But of course, Dante says, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. With, of course, to be honest, I kind of want to cut this short. Sorry for making this what if really short, but to be honest, I kind of ran out of ideas like right after this. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. I hope you guys have a good day, good night, good afternoon, and take care. See ya.